Internet hello, excuse me. Internet hello and welcome to OKLCS Season 3, Week 7. We are going to jump into 4 Diamond Cap games here for you tonight. We are past the halfway point at this time. We're going to get into the first game of the night, which is 50 Shades of Mosier versus GSM. 50 Shades have already secured their playoff spot. They are currently 4-0, looking to make it 5-0. GSM, coming off of a win over Surefire last week, are sitting at 2-2. They need to get 2 more wins in order to secure playoffs out of their next 3 games. So we'll see how well they can do, and we'll go ahead and jump into the game right away and get into that one.
Sounds good. Let's see what we got here. We already see a Mordekaiser in the top. We got a Rumble in the jungle. This is going to be a fun one.
So immediately off the bat, of course, it is 50 Shades of Mosier versus on the blue side versus GSM on the red side. Immediately off the bat, we see what were you talking about already?
The Mordekaiser in the top
Yeah,
lane.
Mordekaiser in the top lane. This is a specialty of Sci-Fi. He's not a one trick, but Mordekaiser is his main champion, and of course, we also see it's the mid laners who have opted to take teleport in this game.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at right now as well. Also, the Zillion and Nivea matchup. We might not see too many kills unless we see an early kill from a Nivea in the mid lane, but it'll be a fun one.
Yeah, neither top laner taking teleport. Clutch on Darius looking for the aggressive plays, taking the ignite. Sci-Fi using exhaust. Not only good defensively against something that would be aggressive against you, but also it's really good on Mordekaisers because it allows you to keep in range so that you can land that third auto off of the Q. And the problem is I don't know Mordekaiser's ability names because we never see Mordekaiser.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and of course Crazy Clown on this Volibear. That's an interesting one. We haven't seen very much Volibear at all in the OKLCS, and none at all in Diamond Cat that I can remember.
Yeah, and you're a big fan of the Rumble in the jungle as well, so
Yeah,
that's always
yeah.
a fun pick to see. One of your specialties.
Yeah, Rumble Jungle, I really like playing it. I don't know how good it actually is, to be honest with you, just because I don't know how to judge that. But I really like it, and it's a lot of fun. He's starting off on the Raptors, too, which is something you can do uniquely on Rumble because of the way Flame Spitter works. Chris can't miss on this Anivia in the mid lane up against Shaq Daddy on this Zillion. It's both going to be mid laners that kind of want to start scaling up. They're both going to build towards scaling items. Probably the Tear of the Goddess on Anivia. Almost certainly the Rod of Ages on Zillion.
Ooh.
No league sound. Desktop is muted. Okay, that's odd. I'll unmute it, I think. This is how I do that. That's not normally the case, but I've just unmuted it for you, so hopefully you can hear league sounds now.
I guess me and you weren't good enough, Alex. They needed some game sound.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No, I'm kidding.
But Trung has opted to go from Raptors directly over to his blue side jungle, so his red buff is still available. Crazy Clown actually starting on the his blue side, so he will not be in a position to steal that away.
Oh, he is actually moving in towards the jungle. I wish they would show that on the camera.
Yeah, they haven't really gotten into any combat, so direct to camera won't show it to us, unfortunately.
Right.
Ooh, Ari Panda taking a lot of damage. Oblivious landing a nice glitter lance, followed up with some auto attacks from Biscuit. Ooh, good stun from that Flash Frost onto Shaq Daddy. But, of course, no kill pressure just yet, so we'll just sort of watch them farm it out until something interesting happens. It's going to be on the junglers to make the ganks happen. Volume is still really quiet. Alright, I turned it up a little bit more.
Okay, let us know how it is.
Alright, and also I've just turned off followers only chat mode. I don't know why that's on, but it's off now. I'm freed, says Chris Can't Miss. Playing on this Anivia. Okay, so, yeah, still nothing's gonna happen, though. Turning off followers only chat doesn't suddenly make the game more exciting, unfortunately.
Not yet. Yeah, we won't get into the excitement probably until the Mordekaiser hits 6 or the Darius hits 6. We might see some plays happen.
Yeah, both top laners, pretty strong level 6. Mordekaiser gets a lot of health back the instant he pops that, I don't know
the name of it
the
either.
Ultimate,
I
okay?
just played it the other day and I
Alright,
can't.
Chung is gonna come up. There's the Electro Harpoon onto Shaq Daddy, but that's all that's gonna happen there. 50 Shades of Mosher bottom lane shoving in. They do have themselves a 400 gold lead or as a team. Oh, but here's Crazy Clown. He just jumped over with the Blast Cone. He's moving forward with that Rolling Thunder. He doesn't get the flip. He's gonna slow up nothing except the minions. And Crazy Clown not gonna be able to make that gank happen. He did have Flash if he wanted to Flash flip someone with that Rolling Thunder, but opted not to. GSM's bottom lane was not in a position to quite follow that one up.
It almost got exciting there for a second.
Unfortunately, not gonna happen. Okay.
We do see the Rumble out jungling the Volibear right here. Probably as to be expected, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, Volibear, one of the reasons he's not like super high priority as a jungler is because his ganks are super easy to avoid, as you saw there.
Yes.
And also because his farming is a little bit slow compared to a lot of the meta junglers. Not that Rumble's really a meta jungler,
right,
but he does farm very quickly. So you see he's level 5. Crazy Clown just now hitting level 5. Itachi gonna 90 caliber net himself away. Didn't want to take the Glitter Lance from Oblivious. They're saying it's still a little bit quiet, so I think I'll go ahead and turn it up just a tad more. And we'll leave it at that.
Oh, we do see the Darius hitting 6 here.
Yeah, he's got level 6 now, and Sci-Fi has to back away from the minion wave until he can hit 6. Yeah, see, oh, he's gonna get pulled in by the apprehend. Clutch gonna slow him up, and there's the equalizer coming in from Trunk. Exhaust goes out on the Clutch, and he gets first blood. Noxian Guillotine secures it.
Oh yeah, it's it's never fails to get exciting when we see the Darius hit level 6.
Yeah, unfortunately, the exhaust's not going to be reducing any of that true damage off of the ultimate.
Definitely not. What do you think about his Murktred's first buy?
Yeah, that's really quite good, I think. He's not feeling threatened at all by the Mordekaiser, so he gets the magic resist to negate a lot of his damage, and then it also gives him the movement speed necessary to make that play where he catches up, pulls him in with the apprehend, slows him with the W, and then there's just no escape.
Yeah, exactly.
Rumble Jungle is actually really... it's not meta, but it clears very well because the Flame Spitter just clears out the minions very quickly. You have Scrap Shield to negate a lot of the damage you would be taking. With Hunter's Talisman, you actually can almost heal off of Raptors with how many of them you're hitting with your Flame Spitter at one time. And then, of course, Rumble is just always valuable no matter where he's played just because of how powerful the Equalizer is as an ability.
I mean, we just saw the range that he just had on that Equalizer in the top lane, which the Dunk Master probably could have got the kill by himself, but, I mean, it always helps.
I love Rumble Jungle. It's one of my favorite things. Oh, Chris Can't Miss, caught in a corridor, slowed up. He's gonna stun Crazy Clown, but Crazy Clown flashes for it, but the Rolling Thunder had already expired. He's not gonna be able to get the flip off. And Crazy Clown just really struggling to make anything happen on this Volibear so far. He's down 19 CS. Trung is out leveling him. He's gonna pick up his second blue buff. Or is he gonna hand it off to Chris? Chris is moving towards it. Yeah. It's going to go over to the Anivia, which is going to be helpful in stacking up that Tear of the Goddess.
Yeah, iClutch is doing a good job freezing the wave top lane,
Yeah.
Because Sci-Fi can't really do anything about it.
He's going to pull him in with the apprehend. Sci-Fi trying to get the heal off. He puts down the ultimate, and here's Trung to keep him in place. Here's Crazy Clown coming across the equalizer, and Sci-Fi falls down. Trung gets the kill, and Clutch still burning away with that ultimate. Crazy Clown has to back away, was not on the right side to help his jungler out, or his top laner out.
Yeah, this is not good for the Mordekaiser. iClutch was at 8 and Mordekaiser was at 6 right before Mordekaiser hit level 7 before that fight. But I mean...
Oh, Apprehend's going to pull in Crazy Clown, and he gets flipped into the tower, and Clutch taking a couple more tower shots is not going to be able to get the Noxian Guillotine off onto Crazy Clown. And this is very dangerous for Crazy Clown to stay, though. And Trung is really starting to pull ahead of Crazy Clown now. You see both solo lanes going ever so slightly in favor of 50 Shades of Mosier. And I mean, that's problematic when you have a double stacking item on Chris Can't Miss, the Tear of the Goddess, into the Rod of Ages.
Right.
He's only going to get better from here. And of course, Anivia, always known as a very strong late-game mid laner, can stall out games forever with the Glacial Storm just to get to that point.
Also really great at making picks also. So with this Darius, Rumble, and Ashe, they're going to be able to make some picks in this game too.
Yeah. Biscuit going for the Blade of the Rune King rush on his Ashe. Sort of become the standard now. Maybe not the standard, but a nice alternate build that a lot of Korean challengers have been using, where you go Blade of the Rune King into Runons into Black Cleaver. Just because Ranger's Focus lets you shred somebody's armor like entirely, and then combine that with Runon's Hurricane, you're shredding everyone's armor down really fast.
Yeah, we haven't seen much fighting down there in the bot lane yet, unless we
farming.
missed it. Yeah, a lot of farming, nothing wrong with that. Both the 80 carries going to be pretty strong.
Trung smiting away his own red buff. 50 Shades of Mosier securing the Skull Crab, getting ready for that dragon. And they do have very much the superior vision in that bottom side river. Oblivious and Biscuit coming around, back to the bottom lane, back to farming.
Yeah, the mid lane is still really even. Rod of Ages on the Zillion finished. Anivia is probably pretty close to finishing hers as well.
Yeah, I think she actually just backed to pick up that
the blasting
one, so a little bit of a ways to go, but not too much. Man, I wish this something would happen, honestly, right now.
Yeah.
I mean, this is good League of Legends play. It's just not that exciting to watch.
Yeah, good League of Legends play for sure.
See, you have Glacial Storm just to shove in the wave and then leave. Crazy Clown looking for the gank, but Chris Can't Miss was already running out the other side of mid lane. Alright, Crystal Eye is going to cut off that corridor, but that means that ability's not going to be available should a fight break out here in the dragon area. 50 Shades of Mosier do have the Scuttle Crab.
I thought we were about to see him collapse onto this Volibear.
Okay, they just might. Biscuit has Enchanted Crystal Arrow available. Right. Oh, GSM's bottom lane is a little out of position here, or a lot out of position. The Equalizer burning away at them. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow finds Airy Panda, and she'll be the first kill of the fight, and that will probably be the disengage. That's one down in favor of 50 Shades of Mosier, and they're probably going to rotate over to this dragon. Neither top laner has teleport. Trung coming across. He's going to chase down with the help of that Whimsy. Gets the smite down onto Volibear, but that is the smite. Oh, Crystallize almost catches Shack Daddy. He has to flash himself away. 50 Shades of Mosier now definitely have the advantage.
Yeah, Trung had a great equalizer down there so that the Ashe could land.
2-level lead for Clutch. He's exhausted immediately. Clutch looking for the damage onto Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi gets the heal off, and Clutch gonna get the Decimate. Flashes away from Sci-Fi. There's the turret shot, and he's still burning away with that ultimate. The Dragon did go down in favor of 50 Shades.
Yeah, despite being a kill and an assist behind, as well as 20 CS, that Mordekaiser still looked pretty strong in that fight. Of course, he had to flash out. But, I mean, he still might be able to make something happen in this game.
Mordekaiser just sort of like Trundle. He's a really good dueling champion because of how much health he steals the instant he ults.
Yes, definitely.
The Black Cleaver, though, now finished off for Clutch, is going to give him a huge advantage in any given fight.
Oh, yeah.
Time Bomb zoning away Chris can't miss, but he's happy to just use that Glacial Storm to clear out the minion wave under tower.
Yeah, especially with that blue buff. He's gonna have no problem clearing waves, stacking that tier up.
Oh, I love those wave clear mids. They make games so exciting. Okay, so BF Sword into Runons for Katachi. Pretty much the standard Caitlyn build. We saw an LCS this weekend, actually, a Blade of the Rune King rush Caitlyn. And a lot of these crit-based AD carries have been opting for Blade of the Rune King into crit. Just for a little bit of an earlier power spike. I don't know how effective it is on Caitlyn specifically, because I'm not an AD carry player. But, I mean, it's not unheard of, I would say. But we're not going to see it this game from Itachi. Ooh, Clutch chasing Sci-Fi down the river. Does not land the Apprehend, and it just means he's going to back away. Shaq Daddy was on his way up top to help him out. Now he's just standing in the brush.
Collapsed on,
oh, nope. Katachi going to get slowed up, and Enchanted Crystal Arrow is available. They dodge away from the Piltover Peacemaker. And Sci-Fi actually been doing a pretty good job keeping himself relevant in terms of CS. Ooh, Biscuit takes a lot of damage from Katachi. A Whimsy onto Katachi. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow is available. They're not going to use it. Aqua Prison goes out. This can't miss. Throws down the Glacial Storm. Crazy Clown is here on the Volibear. He stuns up Shaq Daddy. Here comes the Rolling Thunder. Uses the Crystallized Flash away from Crazy Clown. They trade Flash on the jungler for Flash on the mid laner, and that's something you'll always take. Katachi gonna take some damage from Oblivious and Biscuit. The Aqua Prison goes out, and Chain Crystal onto Irie Panda. He's getting roasted down. Exhaust onto Katachi, flashes away. There's the teleport coming in from Shaq Daddy, as well as from Chris Can't Miss. There's the slow onto Biscuit. He's out of mana, and Crazy Clown off the backside. Double time bombs, not gonna land. Biscuit gonna get the wild growth. Crazy Clown trying to auto him down. Chris is doing what he can. There's the Chrono Shift onto him. Biscuit will go down. Chris now getting chased down by Crazy Clown. Oh, in the top lane, Sci-Fi getting dove by Clutch and Trung. Trung taking up tower. He's got the ultimate onto Clutch. Clutch throws down the Noxian Guillotine, and Sci-Fi is no more. Across the map, it's a 1-for-1. They win. 50 Shades win in the top lane, but lose in the bottom lane. Now Katachi has to use the 90 caliber net to get away from the Crystallize.
Yeah, and that's first tower going down, so we now see 50 Shades of Mosier with a 4k gold lead.
Yeah.
And this Darius only getting stronger.
Yeah, he's got a massive lead now.
Yeah, that is a big boy.
Sci-Fi's gonna have a really hard time dealing with him. And, I mean, 50 Shades of Mosier, even though they lose the fight in the bottom lane, they're the ones who end up with tower pressure because of how low the members of GSM were. They now have 2 unanswered towers, a 5k gold lead. Trung is very much ahead of Crazy Clown right now.
Yeah, he's only going to be doing more and more damage with those equalizers in these team fights.
Yeah, he's gone for a very heavy damage build on Rumble. The Runic Echoes into Leandries is the highest damage you can get from Rumble. You could have gone for Zanya's Hourglass for a little bit more tankiness, a little bit more utility, but less damage, but he's going for all the damage he can get. and it looks like Clutch is going to be building towards the ZZ Rot portal immediately after his Black Cleaver for some resistances. He's going to start really pressuring the map. Oh, Airy Panda is going to get slowed by the Electro Harpoon as well as the Equalizer. Ooh. Enchanted Crystal Arrow comes across, and Trung is on a killing spree.
Once again, another really good Equalizer and Enchanted Crystal Arrow there for another kill.
Yeah, I'm really good picks, and Airy Panda just unable to find herself in the right position. And GSM even getting invaded by the support. Blast comes over, drops down a ward, and runs away.
Yeah, we're definitely starting to see a lot of those picks that we were talking about early in the game based on their composition.
Yeah, and with their flat, like, look at the team composition that GSM have. Their only dash is 90 caliber net, which means Crystallize is just so powerful at cutting off these corridors when they don't have flash up.
Very low mobility champions that they chose.
And Clutch even stealing away the red buff to add insult to injury. Olivia's gonna slow up Crazy Clown. Oh, Shaq Daddy throws out the double time bombs, but it's not gonna land. Oh, here's the Rolling Thunder. Crystallize goes out to cut off the team. Crazy Clown is going for Chris, can't miss, but he doesn't get the flip. Chris is gonna go down into the egg, but Trung is Wild Growth, and he's burning him away with the the Flame Spitter, but he will get chopped down. Shut down goes over to Crazy Clown on the other side of the fight. Sci-Fi did succeed in taking out Chris, and he's now got the Ghost. Clutch going in for the heal. Crazy Clown gonna get very low. He got the time bombs on him, and Clutch is gonna go down. Airy Panda picks up the kill with the Aggro Prison. 50 Shades of Mosher lose 3 and only get Katachi in return.
Yeah, but it looks like GSM's also gonna take a dragon off of this. Probably uncontested is what it looks like.
Yeah, GSM are gonna get the dragon for themselves, and it's Infernal, so... Or, sorry, it's GSM. I said 50 Shades of Mosher because I saw the Anivia Ghost, the club tag.
Oh, yeah,
with the dragon? I think that they're looking for an early Baron. They have Mordekaiser with the Dragon Ghost, and that takes Baron very quickly. They're running right over to it, and they started off immediately. Katachi in the bottom lane, though. And Shaq Daddy showing in the mid lane. They Hawkshot will see them doing it. It's already down to about half here. Enchanted Crystal Arrow onto Sci-Fi, and the Equalizer right on top of him. Airy Panda has to flash away. Sci-Fi burning away, and Trung will pick up another kill. Crazy Clown getting focused out. Echo Prison onto Trung. He will survive. Double time bomb's not going to find anybody.
Yeah, that was a very aggressive decision to go for that Baron. I don't know if I like it.
I think it was good, but as soon as the Hawkshot came across, they needed to back away. Oh, Katachi gets apprehended over the wall. Whimsy, so we can't get out. Trung will go down to the Baron. And yeah, they have to back away now. That's their jungler with no... That means they have no smite, cannot risk letting Shaq Daddy steal that with the double time bombs.
Yeah, the only reason I really didn't like it was because 50 Shades of Mosher was already back up. And I mean, with that Equalizer, with the Ash Arrow, they can get there in a hurry.
Yeah, you gotta turn away as soon as that they know that you're doing it.
Well, how does this saying go? Turn or burn?
Burn or turn.
Burn or
turn.
You
gotta either burn the Baron down as fast as you can, or you gotta turn for the fight.
Right, right. Oh well, when you're behind, you sometimes have to make aggressive plays like that. So I don't mind them for trying. They did get a dragon there and won a team fight, so not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's not like they gave up the Baron afterwards.
Alright, so Clutch gonna drop his ZZ Rot in the top lane just to keep pressure up there.
He might be
just chilling out.
Trying to bait someone with that ZZ Rot, someone to try to come and kill it.
Yeah.
I think he gave up on the waiting game.
Yeah, doesn't want that CS to go to waste.
Yeah, definitely not.
Oh, but he's looking for Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi only a single level down, but Clutch about to come across, and now Sci-Fi realizes, oh, I'm in trouble. But he says, okay, let's see what we can do, because I'm not getting out of here anyway. Clutch is taking a lot of damage, actually. There's the Black Cleaver, and Sci-Fi actually gets ignited, and Clutch going very low, and Sci-Fi will just smack him down. He says, alright, you had me in the early game, you're a Darius, but I got you now. Biscuit gonna throw out the Enchanted Crystal Arrow to Katachi, the Equalizer comes down. Shaq Daddy gets the double time bombs, but Biscuit gonna get the Wild Growth. Nami uses the Tidal Wave to disengage that one.
Yeah,
so nobody will
GSM
go
starting to
down.
win little battles in this game.
Ooh, GSM starting up on the Baron. They have Clutch's Ghost to tank it up. Trung coming in. Shaq Daddy and Airy Panda zoned away by the other members of 50 Shades. Oh, it goes down! Crazy Clown smites it away! Trung immediately falls. Biscuit now trying to auto into Katachi. He will get the kill before it goes down inevitably. Now Chris can't miss having to run himself out of there. GSM secure the Baron and 2 kills.
There we go. Yeah, that all came from Sci-Fi getting that solo kill in the top lane.
And GSM making small advantages into big ones. Is Crazy Clown going to get apprehended, and he's stunned up by the Flash. Frost and Clutch Noxie and guillotines him down. He flashes for the Decimate. That's all 5 stacks onto 2 members of GSM, but he gets caught by the Aqua Prison, and that means no more for him. All right. So they get the Baron, but they aren't able to close out onto that mid-outer turret. They still have yet to take a tower for themselves.
We do see a TP coming back into the mid lane. Probably from the Zillion. I don't know why I said probably. He's the only one with teleport on their team, but I'm used to top laners having it too.
Okay. So this game really quickly turned on its head.
Yeah, it went from 6K to down to 3K really quick. 3.5K. Math is hard sometimes.
Alright, ooh, there's the stun on Shaq Daddy. There's
that
the
is a lot of
frostbite.
damage.
Shaq Daddy does still have the Chrono Shift. Summoner heal came out. A little bit of miscommunication there by the mid and 80 carry of GSM. Katachi burning that Summoner to keep him alive when he still had Chrono Shift up. Even when you're on the same team as Zillion, a lot of teams forget about that ability and don't really know how to play around it. Alright, so 50 Shades just putting all their wave clear here in the mid lane. They have Rumble, they have Anivia, and they're gonna take away the mid outer tower. That's all 3 outer towers finally going down. Oh, and the Enchanted Crystal Arrow onto Sci-Fi. Equalizer comes down. Crazy Clown now running him down. He flips over Trung. There's no follow. He gets the Wild Growth. Katachi autoing onto them. And Biscuit trying to focus down Crazy Clown, but he will flash himself away over the Crystallize.
They still have Baron empowered recall, so he'll be back in a hurry.
But Clutch has made the roam into the mid lane. The dragon spawning in 10 seconds. 50 Shades of Moja are going to try and pick this one up for themselves.
Yeah, this will go down really quick, so we probably won't see a contest here. Unless that Volley Bear.
Yeah, he can't get here in time. It's going to be down almost instantly. There he goes.
Yeah, that went down in a hurry.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Moja are still 3 towers to 0. Trying to hand over this blue buff to Shaq Daddy. Yeah, and the side waves really pushing like almost constantly in favor of 50 Shades of Moja. They're really good at managing these minion waves. They just had to send Sci-Fi down into the bottom lane to deal with one that was pushing. It's still going to start pushing back towards them. They send Katachi into the top lane to collect that top lane wave, and all members of 50 Shades gather in the mid lane, getting ready for a fight, getting ready for a push if they can make it.
Both teams trying to figure out where they should rotate next or look for. Both being really patient right now.
The Leandry's into Void Staff on Rumble. That's like super high damage. There's very little magic resist on the side of GSM right now. Oh, Enchanted Crystal onto Shaq Daddy. He's gonna get slowed up, but they can't go any further. And Crazy Clown off the backside. He turns around, Rolling Thunder's back away. Trung is gonna get flipped in. He has to flash away. Equalizer goes down onto the wall, and Sci-Fi on a killing spree. And now Biscuit getting chased down by Trung's Ghost. He will get the Chrono Shift out of Shaq Daddy, but he will go down. Double kill over to Sci-Fi. Crazy Clown now gonna flip. Clutch, no, he doesn't get the Rolling Thunder. And GSM pick up 2 quick kills. Trung's Ghost finally gonna die. Crystallize used to zone them away as the Glacial Storm. And he's going to pull in Shaq Daddy with the apprehend, and he will go down. Noxie and Guillotine secures that one. And Kitachi now a little bit too far forward, has to flash away. Aqua Prison stops Clutch in his tracks.
That almost went really badly there for the Caitlyn there, Kitachi. Once again, we see another team fight one, kind of, on the side of GSM, yeah. But with that Anivia, I mean, you're not gaining any advantages off of it.
Yeah. Chris can't miss, just, he's the one who needs to survive in order to stop GSM from basically doing anything with their advantages. Definitely.
And we're seeing just that.
He's got a Tear of the Goddess, probably fully stacked, his fully stacked Rod of Ages, and a Morella Namakan. He's not running out of mana anytime soon. He's even got Grievous Wounds in order to deal with the Volibear heals, the Nami heals, the Mordekaiser heals, even to a lesser extent. Maybe not even really a lesser extent. I don't know how Mordekaiser works, but it seems like he heals a whole lot.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like to me this game, for sure.
Yeah. It's so hard to know about Mordekaiser as a champion because you don't see him very often. His abilities aren't really explored in detail a lot of the time. Except by, you know, Mordekaiser mains. Oh, Enchanted Crystal Arrow is going to be used, and Kitachi a little bit out of position again. He 90 caliber nets right on top of the equalizer. He's burning away, and the volley will secure it. Biscuit removes Kitachi from the map.
Yeah, we've seen some great Enchanted Crystal Arrows followed up by the equalizer.
Ooh, Clutch is in the backside. He's going to get the apprehend, pulls in Crazy Clown, but Crazy Clown just runs his way out. 50 Shades of Mocha get another tower. Fortunately, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get any more. Trying to prep up these side waves so that they can have that sixth man shoving in those other waves. Alright, Dragon not spawning for another 2 minutes, but Baron is spawning now. 50 Shades of Mosher.
That's going to be shred it down.
Yeah, that's going to be the tool they want in order to end the game. They don't have any Earth Dragons, unfortunately, so it's not going to go down as fast as they would like. Buckshot comes across.
Yeah, getting both Scuttle Crabs here. Getting vision all over the map. Clearing out wards. This might be a scary place for GSM to fight around the Baron pit right here.
Yeah, if it's forced upon. Up in time. They're essentially looking for... I mean, there's not a whole lot of team fight potential on the side of GSM. They're really just trying to... I don't know, out-rotate, because Volibear, not really a teamfight champion. He's really only good at shredding down one person like Clutch here. He's going to flash for the Rolling Thunder, slows him up with the Roar, but Clutch able to flash his way out, and the other members of 50 Shades here to stop the dive.
They have Mordekaiser pushing in that mid wave. That turret is pretty low. Yeah, he's not going to get it in time. We just see Chris can't miss, like, rotating back, like, I'll clear it out.
The tower is very low. Will that minion get it? The minion gets it. The first tower of the game for GSM.
He did get it. I spoke way too soon. Oblivious has done a really good job, I've noticed, this game clearing out wards, is from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Constantly has that sweeper going.
Yeah, Oblivious has really got the vision control game secured for 50 Shades of Mosher. You see some, like, minor vision on the side of GSM in their own side of the jungle, but it has to be placed so close. Oh, Crazy Clown gonna get slowed up by the Electro Harpoon. He's gonna flip over Trunk. He throws down the Equalizer, gets the Wild Growth off, and Crazy Clown burns down! Biscuit picks up the kill. 50 Shades of Mosher secure the jungler, and that means that this dragon is uncontested.
Yeah, a little bit too aggressive there from Crazy Clown, which that's kind of how you have to play on a Volibear. It's so hard to fight in those small corridors, or however you would say that, small areas for GSM.
And 50 Shades of Mosher, they're rotating right over to the Baron. Crazy Clown's still dead, so he will not be available to try and steal this one away. Has no flash to get over the pit either. Here comes the members of GSM. They have Sci-Fi coming across, and it's going to go down. No contest whatsoever.
Yeah, their team comp absolutely shreds the Baron.
Yeah, with that Blade of the Rune King on Ashe, the Whimsy auto attack speed.
Anivia, of course.
Yeah. And the Rumble with the Leandries as well.
Just a lot of damage.
The Shades of Mosher, they have a almost 7k gold lead as well as the Baron buff. They're looking to try and break the base of GSM. I mean, to be honest, I mean, GSM, they're really shouldn't be looking for team fights here because they've got 50 Shades of Mosher has so many good team fighting tools. Oh, Crazy Clown actually finds Oblivious. He wild growth himself, flashes away, gets the locket, and now Crazy Clown getting burned. Biscuit gonna take the ace in the hole, flashes away from the second time bomb. Potentially. He actually takes a lot of damage from that one time bomb and the ace in the hole. But that's what GSM has to do. That's how they're gonna win, is if they just make picks or out-rotate the members of 50 Shades of Mosher, because they definitely can't team fight up against Ashe, Rumble, Anivia, Lulu.
We'll see if they'll be able to clear these Baron-empowered minions out.
Shades of Mosher, group 5 in the mid lane. The Yordle Snaptrap is being used by Katachi to try and zone them away, keep them away from hitting this tower.
Yeah, they definitely don't want any, want to be dived, or dived. They don't want to be dived. Dove.
They drop the ZZ Route portal, they have Baron empowered minions, they use the Crystallize to zone away the members of GSM even more, and Biscuit able to get some free autos onto the tower. He has to be very careful not to get flipped, but he's doing a good job just autoing it when he gets the chance.
Yeah, and that Baron-empowered cannon minion is just nailing that turret. Slowly but surely.
So are the little Voidlings, and the tower goes down. Inhib will be quick to follow. 50 Shades. Oh, there's the flash forward from Crazy Clown. He flips over Biscuit, but gets a lot of heals. He's gonna get the wild growth as well. The redemption comes across. Clutch gets the first kill of the fight. Trunk flashes his way to safety. Shack Daddy gets Biscuit with the time bomb. He's gonna get pulled back up, but the chrono shift. Katachi gets pulled in by Clutch, and now he's out of position. He gets frozen down. Noxie and Guillotine. Clutch is on a rampage.
Yeah, two members on the side of 50 Shades of Mosher are very low, though. Not going to be able to stay there and fight. They did get the inhib, though. So overall, 1 for 2 plus a tower and an inhib.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Mosher come out very ahead off the play. They're just going to have the super minions shoving in the mid lane.
Yeah, smart rotation here into the top lane also.
Yeah, that's a huge wave that they're putting Baron on now.
Yeah, that's going to be...
50 Shades of Mosher are going to get another tower for their troubles, but they're probably going to have to back away after this.
Yeah, probably so. Volibear spawning in 5, Caitlyn in 15, so...
Okay, so... Sci-Fi, he has a Hextech Gunblade, a Void Staff, and a Rylai's Crystal Scepter. Now, I'm by no means a Mordekaiser expert, but it makes a lot of sense, all those items he's built. He needs the Rylai so that he can actually, be able to stick on people.
Yes.
He needs the Gunblade because the active is so good. The Omni Vamp is really helpful for a champion like Mordekaiser. He does auto attack a lot, so the AD is not wasted on him. The Void Staff, of course, to negate some of the magic resist, and it's obviously going to be a really good damage source.
Yeah, what do you think his last item is going to be? We see the GA onto him.
Clutch might be caught here, but Oblivious is here to help him out. He's going to get the Wild Growth off. The Tidal Wave comes across, knocks up a lot of members. The Bubble onto Clutch. The Crystallize separates GSM entirely. Ace in the hole, blocked up by Oblivious. They get the Chrono Shift out. Crazy Clown now going to get Whimsy. Equalizer comes down. Trung stunned up by the double time bombs, and the Redemption will keep GSM alive, and nobody goes down.
We see the dragon spawning in 40. It looks like they kind of want to stay around that area, 50 Shades of Mosher, for this Elder. And maybe force a fight around it. Maybe necessarily if they don't get it, it's fine.
Yeah, with 3 dragons, Elder is a very big threat. And GSM, if they surrender the Elder, they're basically surrendering any semblance of a team fight, as though their composition were good at team fighting anyways.
Yeah, so I like the rotation into bot. Close to this dragon. They're still safe from giving up this Baron or something.
And Crystallize just makes it so you can only get to the lane in one direction. Crazy Clown actually going to get apprehended in. Shack Daddy throws out some time bombs. They're not going to land. Not going to find their target. Yordle Snap Trap's being used. The headshot doesn't even dent Kitachi, or Clutch. Trung gets caught by the double time bombs. Biscuit moves forward just to keep his jungler alive. Throws out the volley. Shack Daddy looking for it over to the side. He's using those time bombs as best he can. Yeah, Clutch just takes the Yordle Snap Traps and doesn't even break the health pick shield. Takes a time bomb. That'll do a little bit of damage. No, it won't, because the health picks back up. Oh, and Chinnagus and Kitachi 90 caliber nets backwards. The equalizer put down just to assert some dominance. Didn't really catch anyone.
Oh man, I still think he would have went down regardless there, but
Yeah,
man,
but that 90
it's
caliber net, just such a tilter.
Yeah, it's definitely a tilter.
Yeah, no, and Shack Daddy has to flash away from the Crystallized. Clutch healing himself out. Crazy Clown gonna draw out the Wild Girl from Oblivious, and Clutch knocks and guillotines, removes him from this world. The inhib goes down in the bottom lane. 50 Shades of Motion looking for the end here. They've got a super minion wave. The first Nexus tower goes down, and the Crystallized cuts Aaron Panda away from her tower, and she's sent to meet her maker. Sci-Fi now doing what he can. Clutch has the time bomb, but he gets the heal, and he's still alive. Shutdown goes over to Biscuit, and now Shack Daddy, the only remaining member of GSM. Clutch gonna get caught by the time bombs, and not even gonna go down to that last one. 50 Shades of Mosher go 5-0.
Man, that was actually a very fun game to watch, like from a macro perspective and such like that. Like you said, it was so slow through the beginning stages of the game, but slowly we saw 50 Shades of Mosher just take control of the game. Very good rotations.
Yeah, just a couple of unsuccessful calls that Baron Mordekaiser can take it very quickly with the dragon, but not quickly enough, and you're already losing the team fights. You really need to just run away once they realize that it's happening. And then Kitachi just getting caught a few too many times. He's just a little bit too far forward with the Enchanted Crystal Arrows available.
Yeah, Kitachi and Airy Panda there, they had a rough time avoiding those Enchanted Crystal Arrows because they were the main targets most of the game for those picks, so they weren't really on the same page, it looked like, at some point, so...
Yeah, and so that will be 50 Shades of Mosher going 5-0 in their first 5 weeks here. We're going to take a short break before we get into our second game of the night. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in just a few minutes. And not to forget, we will throw up the MVP poll for you in the chat in just a second. So stick around for that.